All right, let's jump right in. We're talking about the AI revolution, and, it's this huge world-changing thing. It's filled with incredible promise, but let's be real, there are some serious threats too. So today, we're going to break down both sides of that coin. We'll look at what you need to watch out for, but more importantly, how you can actually grab this powerful tech and make it your personal toolkit for whatever is coming next.
Okay, check this out. I just think what I want to tell you, and you will hear it. Now, what if I told you that's not some sci-fi movie quote? It's real. Researchers at MIT built a device called Alter Ego. It's basically a headset that reads the signals in your brain when you talk to yourself, in your head. So you can literally think a sentence and a device can capture it. It is absolutely mind-bending, right? And this isn't just some cool gadget. This is a sneak peek into a future where AI completely erases the line, the friction between our thoughts and, well, getting things done in the real world.
So, where does that kind of tech lead? Well, it leads to a future run by AI agents that's almost frictionless. Just imagine this for a second. You're out of town on a business trip, and you just think to yourself, I need a flight home tonight. And boom, in the background, an AI agent gets to work. It already has your calendar, knows your schedule, finds the perfect flight, and just pings you for a confirmation, right in your head. You think, yep, book it, and it's done. But it doesn't stop there. The agent knows you're going to miss dinner, so it's already ordered your favorite takeout to arrive just as you get home. And as you're walking out the door of your hotel, the cab is already there waiting. This isn't some fantasy from 2050. Seriously, the tech to pull all this off, it already exists in labs today.
I mean, that world sounds incredible, right? Super efficient, super convenient. But as we start to automate away all that friction, we have to stop and ask a really, really important question. What's the cost? Specifically, what's the cost to our careers? What happens to all the human jobs that used to fill in those gaps?
All right, let's just get right into it, because this is the big fear, isn't it? The great job disruption. This is what's keeping people up at night. And to really get a handle on the threat to your career, there's this huge study from Microsoft that paints a very clear picture. So the study basically shows this massive divide. On one side, you've got jobs that are at high risk. Think software developers, graphic designers, accountants, content writers, basically anyone whose job happens on a computer. But then, look at the other side. The jobs that are actually more secure, at least for now, nurses, carpenters, plumbers, electricians. It's pretty ironic, right? For years, we thought robots would take the physical jobs first, but it turns out the hands-on jobs are the ones that are holding strong. And if you want a number that really puts this into perspective, here it is, 80%. That's the estimated percentage of jobs that are basically template jobs. What does that mean? It means they follow a script, a specific set of rules, a standard operating procedure. If this happens, then you do that. Well, an AI agent can follow that script perfectly, 24/7, it doesn't need a paycheck, and it doesn't make silly human mistakes. And that, right there, is where automation is going to hit the hardest. Now, this whole disruption is a particularly big deal for places that run on what you could call an inefficiency economy, and India is a classic example. Think about it. For decades, the solution to any business problem, any bottleneck, was just to hire more people. Not enough time for research? Hire a team. Team's too busy? They get interns. We've literally built our entire service economy by throwing people at problems instead of building better systems. And the thing is, AI is a tool that is specifically designed to hunt down and eliminate exactly that kind of inefficiency. And here's where it gets kind of chilling. There's this new reality in the stock market. See, it used to be that if a company announced huge layoffs, their stock would probably take a hit, right? It was a sign of trouble. But not anymore. Take a look at UPS. They laid off almost 50,000 people, and their stock price went up by 10%. The market is now literally rewarding companies for getting rid of human workers. That creates this massive, powerful incentive to automate everything as fast as humanly, or inhumanly, possible. Okay, so that all sounds pretty bleak, I know. But it's not the end of the story, not even close. Because with every massive disruption, there's always a massive opportunity. The trick is, you have to throw out the old playbook. You have to start thinking about how to thrive by being the one who fixes these inefficiencies. Which brings us to the million-dollar question, doesn't it? For anyone trying to build a career right now, where exactly is the opportunity? If all these old jobs are getting automated, where do you go to create real value? Where do you fit into this new world?
Well, the answer is pretty clear. You become the solution. Here's a brand new playbook, especially for freelancers or anyone thinking about consulting. It's a 4-step process.
Step 1. Find an inefficiency at a small or medium-sized business, an SME. There are literally millions of them out there, and they're all struggling with something. Step 2. Use the AI tools that are already out there to build a simple but powerful fix for that one problem. Step 3. Don't look for a job. Offer your solution as a high-value consulting service. You're not just an employee anymore, you're a problem solver. And finally, step 4. Once you've got the model working and you've cracked it, you turn that service into a product you can sell over and over again.
And you don't even have to hunt for these problems. I'll give you the top 3 pain points for pretty much every small business out there. Number 1, lead generation. They are desperate to find new customers, but they just don't know how. Number 2, sales automation and follow-up. Maybe they get a few leads, but they're too busy to follow up properly and the leads go cold. And number 3, growth strategy. They're so stuck in the daily grind that they have zero time to think about how to actually grow the business. Every single one of these is a goldmine for someone who knows how to use AI to get them results.
This whole approach is giving rise to a completely new kind of business model. We all know software as a service, right? Well, this is service as a software. It's a hybrid. You have a powerful AI layer that does like 99% of the heavy lifting, and then you have a small, super specialized team of humans who only jump in for the really tricky stuff, the escalations. A perfect example is customer service. Instead of a call center with 1,000 people, you have an AI that handles almost everything, and maybe 10 human experts for the cases the AI can't crack. The efficiency is off the charts, and the cost savings are just massive.
Okay, great. So how do you actually do any of this stuff? It all boils down to one fundamental skill for this new era: prompting. That's it. It's all about how you talk to the AI. So let's get into the practical toolkit. Let's talk about how to get these models to do exactly what you want. Look, getting amazing results from an AI is actually way simpler than you think. You just have to stop giving it lazy one-line commands. Instead, use this. We'll call it the magic prompt formula. It's just 4 simple parts. First, give it a role. Tell it who to be. You are an expert financial analyst. Second, give it a clear objective. Your goal is to write an email convincing my boss to approve this project. Third, and this is crucial, give it context. My boss is really busy and only cares about the bottom line. And finally, give it the data. Any specific numbers or facts it needs to use. When you put those 4 things together, you go from a vague request to a laser-focused instruction, and the quality of what you get back, it's night and day.
Now, how you prompt is half the battle. The other half is knowing which AI to use. They are not all the same. It's like a toolbox. You need the right tool for the right job. So think of it like this. ChatGPT is your all-around Swiss Army knife. Great for most everyday tasks, quick rewrites, brainstorming. Claude, that's your master wordsmith. If you need creative writing, long articles, really nuanced text, Claude is your go-to. And then you've got Grok, which has a very unique superpower. Because it's tied directly into X, or Twitter, it's incredible for getting real-time insights on what people are thinking and saying right now. Knowing which one to pick for what you're trying to do, that is a total game changer.
So let's end on this. This whole idea that AI is coming to replace you, it's the wrong way to look at it. AI is a tool. It might be the most powerful tool ever invented, but it's still just a tool. The AI itself isn't going to replace you, but a person who knows how to use that tool better than you, they will. So the only question you have to ask yourself is, are you going to be that person?